Faith. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you to those who are returning to watch my fourth video. For those who may be new, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or even good night, whatever time zone that you may be watching from. So the purpose of my channel is to document my health journey and to hopefully inspire those who may be going through something similar. So just by way of background, I'm a 50-year-old woman, professional. I'm actually a probation officer. And I've been working in this capacity for many, many years. It's a high-stress job, very busy. I'm currently off work right now because of these health problems that I'm having. And a lot of my health problems are the result of many factors. But some of the factors are obesity. I'm on a lot of medication. If you go and watch my first video, you'll see all the different medications that I'm on. You know, I have insulin resistance, so I have to take metformin, high blood pressure, hypertension, and a lot more things that I outlined in the first video. So if you're interested in knowing what those things are and how to avoid getting on them, I suggest you go back and watch my first video. But I have no one to blame but myself. I'm taking full responsibility for my life and for my health. Because enough is enough. I'm just tired of being tired. And if I don't take control of this now, it's gonna take control of me, and I'm not gonna have the longevity that I'm seeking. So if I can inspire one or two persons, you know, by documenting my health journey, that would be awesome. But first of all, I'm doing this to motivate myself, to hold me accountable. You know, my friends are already saying, hey Faith, you know, I'm watching out for your next video and your next video. So it's just all part of the process of keeping me accountable and hopefully inspiring somebody along the way. So at my highest, I was about 300 pounds. 300 pounds. When I checked in about less than a week ago, my weight is now 264.4. My goal weight is about 170, so I have quite a bit of a ways to go. People may say, oh, you still look good, you know, you don't look fat. Well, it's not about the look, it's just about the body composition. The BMI, you know, I have a lot of fat on my body. You know, I don't look extremely fat, but a lot of my fat is contained in my midsection. So how do I plan on going about losing this weight? Well, by making more healthy lifestyle choices, by incorporating more leafy greens, fruits and vegetables into my diet, instead of going to the go-to snacks that I used to go to. You know, I love Tim Hortons, their sandwiches, their coffees, lots of cream and sugar, pop, chips, and things just containing a lot of sugar. You know, it was all a part of the emotional eating. You know, I'm not necessarily hungry, but I'd go to these snacks because they're like comfort food. But I realized the detrimental effects that sugar and other types of products that are high in carbohydrates, refined, not necessarily refined, but you know, containing other chemicals, and it's had a major impact on my life. It's like life-threatening, and I have to make a decision. You know, do I want to live or do I want to die? Anyways, not to scare anybody, but it is a problem. Obesity is an epidemic, and it is a problem in today's society. So what I want to talk about today is different types of snacks that I've incorporated into my diet. I've incorporated a lot of strawberries. You want to just take a look. You know, I went shopping. I bought some strawberries. They have them on sale. I've never been one to cut coupons, but I was looking at the strawberries the other day in one of the stores, and this lady came up and said, oh, you know, that's not a good price. And she pulled out her phone and she showed me, she says, you know, you can price match. I said, price match? I said, oh, you know, she says, well, if you want to pay more money, you can. So I think it was about $4.99 for the blueberries. But if I price matched it with Walmart, I think I paid $1.88. So she says, just take a picture, take a picture. So I took a picture and she says, limit 4. So I took up 4 cases. I also price matched strawberries. So you can see from the big bowl here, I price matched it. There was a limit of 4. And then I went to the actual store and bought, you know, an additional 4. So I got 8 cases of strawberries. And I will talk about the benefits of, you know, eating certain vegetables and certain fruits. You know, I got some cucumbers, you know, for my green smoothies, and just, you know, as a snack. It's not high in calorie, and it's an easy go-to. You know, you cut it and you munch on it, and it's very filling. So there's a lot of different fruits here. There's also, you know, watermelon. Watermelon is one of my favorite go-to fruits, and I also even have papaya. So one of the things that I found extremely helpful was to prep my meals in advance. It took me a bit, you know, to wash it and to clean it, you know, and to do all the preparation. It was maybe about an hour, you know, because I was very thorough. But it's worth it, you know. I won't necessarily go to the quick fixes, you know, because I'm hungry, or because, you know, I may have this emotion coming up and I may feel I want to eat something, you know, because sometimes you have to be aware of it and sometimes you're not. But I have all these quick go-to snacks readily available. What I plan on doing is putting them in Ziploc boxes, not bags, you know, and then putting them in the freezer. Or you can put them in BPA-free containers, whatever you choose to store your fruits in. It's up to you. Different strokes for different folks. But for me, I find the zipper seal very economical and easy to store fruits. So I'm going to talk about the benefits of blueberries. So I did a little bit of research, and the fiber, potassium, folate, and the vitamin C, vitamin B6, and phytonutrients content in the blueberries supposedly support heart health. And I did have heart surgery about 6 or 7 years ago because I had these arrhythmias. So, you know, it's separate and apart from the arrhythmias, but I definitely know eating more of these types of fruits is definitely going to get my weight down. It's an easy go-to snack, and it's definitely going to support my heart health. Also, it has a fiber content, which helps to reduce the total amount of cholesterol. And I do have HDL, so I do have bad HDL, so I do take medication from that. Apparently it decreases the risk of heart disease. These are just things that the research says, but I'm sure there's a lot of truth to it. You know, I am not an expert, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a nutritionist, but what I do know is it definitely tastes good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to freeze quite a bit of this because it may spoil in the fridge. And what I do when I don't want to eat it, I have a blender here, you know, that sometimes I put my fruits in. I may do straight fruit, or I may add some keto protein along with the fruit, and it will give me the filling that I need, and it'll keep it healthy, no sugars or anything like that. So if I don't want to eat it directly, they say it's better to eat it fresh directly. Maybe not necessarily freeze it, but you know, how much fruits can I eat? Like I said, I price matched and I was able to get all these fruits. So I've talked about blueberries. Then you have papaya, okay? There are many benefits to having papaya, you know? You see that, like the orange? Apparently, papaya contains high levels of antioxidants. And they say fruits with high levels of antioxidant helps to reduce possible cancer. Again, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a scientist, but from what the research says, it seems to be an excellent fruit for that's low calorie, lowers cholesterol, has many vitamins and nutrients, and it's good for heart health. So that's another one. I wasn't a papaya person in the past, but you know, eventually it's like an acquired taste, and eventually I did acquire the taste, and it's tolerable. So if I don't want to eat all of this and before it spoils, I may put it into a bag, put it in the freezer, and then stick it into my smoothie maker at some point if I just want to drink my fruits. I just add a little bit of protein. I also have the Vega protein, you know, it's like a vegan thing. So I don't know, whatever you prefer, depending on what the mood is and what I'm feeling for. But they're definitely quick go-to snacks. Instead of getting the donuts, getting the cookies, the cereals that are full of sugar, you know, many, many grams of sugar and carbohydrates, which for me just raises my insulin levels. And then of course there's watermelon, which is has a high water content. So it's very filling, it's very hydrating, and it's very refreshing, and it's also very low calorie. So, you know, and I have tangerines, you know, bananas, and of course apples. I love apples. Oh my goodness, that looks pretty good. I didn't plan that. But lemon, I like to drink lemon water. You know, I love to stay hydrated. I try to drink, you know, 46 glasses of water per day. I'm not a water person. I'm hoping to up my intake as time goes on, but you have to have a starting point. You know, water, it's a little bit boring, but it's really good for the body, and it's really good to keep the body hydrated instead of dehydrated. You know, you can have a lot of health effects from that too. And then of course there are bananas. Sometimes I'm low on potassium, so I do like, you know, eating bananas. And if I'm not ready to eat the banana, or if the bananas are going bad, you know, I may just cut them up and freeze them. And this I will also put into my smoothies. So you can either eat it fresh, you can freeze it, put it into your smoothie and drink it. So there are many health benefits for, you know, incorporating, you know, all these kinds of fruits and vegetables into your diet. So I'm just talking about fruits today, and the importance of meal prepping. Yeah, so because I meal prep this, it's all ready now, and I can just easily go to it and eat it, you know? And I could also freeze the watermelon if I want, or if it's, you know, about to go bad, before it goes bad. You know, I freeze it and I put it in the freezer, and I also throw these into my smoothies. So that's the purpose of my video, just to show you the types of healthy snacks that I'm incorporating into my diet. Definitely not having the donuts anymore, no more cookies, no more refined carbs, things that are high in sugar, no more bread. Not to say that you can't have those things, but once in a while, in moderation. I think for me it was extreme. You know, down an entire bag of chips. How is that helping me? You know, it's increasing my HDL, you know, it's full of sugar, it's full of salt, and it makes you gain weight. So I'm hopefully hoping that by incorporating all of these new fruits, or not so new fruits, but these fruits in a more consistent way on a regular basis, on a daily basis into my diet, it'll definitely contribute to my significant weight loss that I'm seeking to do. So I thank you for tuning in. It's greatly appreciated, and I hope you were able to get something from my video. And like I said, for those who are new, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you're able to get something from it. Other than that, I'm going to sign off for now. I don't want to make this video too long. Have a great evening, and bless up yourself. Bye. I'm using this, but it's not working. I don't know why. So I'm just going to have to turn it off directly. Later. Bye.